Today I'm going to show you how to make 3 keto ground beef recipes that all make easy low-carb dinner ideas. They're budget-friendly too, and the whole family will enjoy the hearty comfort food meals. And I've written a blog post which I'll leave down below, which has all of the recipes, step-by-step instructions and lots of ideas for adaptations, and these recipes and more. I've got loads of keto ground beef recipes I've shared over the years that I will link to down below, so click through for that. And be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more videos, comment too, let me know your favorite keto ground beef recipe. And I'm starting this video with this super simple 3 ingredient keto friendly spaghetti bolognese. I'm using beef mince I've got over here. I'm using this jar of tomato and vegetable sauce, but you can use any sauce you like. And I'm using cabbage for the noodles. Now, as I said, this is 3 ingredient recipe, but there are loads of options for variations, loads of ways you can adapt this recipe to your own taste, which I'll write in the blog post down below. And as you can see, look at this lovely beef mince. I got it for €2, so it's a super budget friendly meal too. So let's get cooking. So I am using coconut oil for frying. I've got that heating in my frying pan. I've opened up the meat package and I've added salt. Again, these are optional ingredients. You've got loads of flavor with the tomato sauce, but I do like adding salt. You can add salt, pepper, any other seasoning you like to taste. So I've got the mince starting to brown. And just keep cooking it until it's browned all over. Okay, I'm happy with how browned the mince is, so we'll add in the sauce now. So I've added the sauce in. We'll give it all a good toss through to get the sauce distributed all around. And next we'll add the noodles. So I've got cabbage here. I've sliced some of it up, ready, just cut as much as you want, to pieces that resemble noodles. You can see these kind of just look like noodles, and we're going to pop it into the sauce now to cook. So just add the cabbage noodles in. We're going to give it all a toss through. If you need to add a bit more water to help it all along, you can do that too. But we're just going to cook it now until the cabbage is cooked and we've got our lovely finished dish. You can see my sauce is bubbling away. The cabbage noodles are softening. I still just want the sauce to reduce a little bit more and the noodles to soften a bit more, but it's getting there. It doesn't take long at all. I'm happy with how that looks. The cabbage noodles have softened nicely and sauce has reduced, so I'll take it off the heat. And I've got it off the heat now, and you can see if you take a closer look, they really look like noodles, don't they? They've all softened up, and we've got a beautiful spaghetti bolognese that's low carb, keto friendly, and just had those 3 ingredients. But as I said in the blog post down below, I will list loads more variations for this easy low carb dinner. And for dinner tonight, I'm making bunless burgers. I'm using lettuce as buns instead. And look at this, was €1, now 5 cents for all of this lettuce. Yes, it needs to be used by today, but I'm gonna make lettuce buns, and I might make some salad and stuff and just use it through the day as well. Might even fry some up and keep it for tomorrow just so it's cooked. And yeah, whole lettuce for 5 cents. And this beef mince, it's €3.50 for 900 grams. I'm going to use half of it today and the other half tomorrow. So today I'm going to make burgers, tomorrow I'm going to make a different budget-friendly mince meal that's low-carb and keto-friendly, so keep watching for that. But for now, let's make some burgers. So we can take half of this beef mince, and I just like salt and coriander with mine. Use any herbs, spices. I don't put egg or any kind of alternative flour or anything in it. I find it quite well forms into burgers with just salt and coriander. So that is what I'm going to do. So I've halved the beef mince, half of it is on the plate here. I've topped it with the salt and the coriander, and now kind of like roll it around the plate, get all of that seasoning incorporated into the beef mince, and then I will just break it into 4 pieces, so into quarters, and form it into 4 beef patties. Okay, I've got butter sizzling in the frying pan behind me. I've formed my burger patties. They're not perfect, but you won't really notice once they're inside the buns, the lettuce buns. So I'm just going to heat up my butter and then cook my burgers till they're done on both sides. And the burgers are in the frying pan, and I'm really just going to cook them, keep an eye on them, and flip them over once one side is done, and cook them until they're browned on both sides and the meat is completely cooked through. The burgers are ready. I'm just going to pop them all into their lettuce cups. And I've got mine dressed with a bit of grated cheese and sour cream, and you just pop the lid on top and you've got a perfect low-carb keto-friendly burger, which really didn't cost much at all, and it's just so good. I love it like this. It's nice and light and perfect, and you can include your favorite burger toppings. I've often made fried eggs, sauteed some onion, mushrooms, peppers, whatever you normally like with burgers. You can just pop it into a lettuce bun instead. So that is the cheap low-carb meal for tonight, and tomorrow night I will do something else with the rest of the beef mince, so keep watching for that. And today I am making a no-bake moussaka. Now I found this recipe on the BBC website for a hob-to-table moussaka, and I have adapted it, taken out some ingredients, popped some in. I'll leave the instructions in the blog post down below, but briefly, I've got some chopped tomatoes. You can use a can. I found a little carton of Italian chopped tomatoes. We've got some feta. We have an eggplant, and I've got the rest of the beef mince from yesterday. So I've got the other 500 or so, 450, 500 grams of beef mince. You could definitely add an onion, garlic, leek, whatever you want, but I feel like the eggplant and the tomatoes are definitely enough carbs here. So what I'm going to do is get on and chop up my eggplant and get cooking. I've melted butter in a frying pan. I've got the beef mince in, and I'm just going to cook it until it's browned all over. While the mince is cooking, I've chopped up the eggplant into little cubes. Meat's browning nicely. I've added in my very roughly chopped eggplant. I'm going to toss it through just to also get it all browned. The eggplant's starting to get a bit of colour on it. The meat's all browned, so we're going to add in the tomatoes. And the chopped tomatoes are in, and we'll just give it all a toss through so it's all evenly distributed. And we're just going to cook it, add a bit of water if it needs it. Just keep cooking it until it's all cooked through and beautiful. There you go, chopped tomatoes are in. I love how it looks. It's only 3 ingredients so far, just the feta at the end, and it's just such a simple dish. So I am going to bubble this away to make sure that the meat cooks through and the vegetables as well, and it just becomes a beautifully rich and flavorful dish. So if you feel that you need to add more liquid, you can add water, stock, whatever you like to. I love how beautiful and rich it's looking, bubbling away there. You could of course include any other vegetables you want. I'm quite happy with just the eggplant and the meat and the tomato. So I'm just going to let it bubble away and just thicken up a little more, and then it'll be ready. That's looking pretty perfect to me, so I'm going to take it off the heat. And it's looking pretty lovely and flavorful like that. Now I found feta just at the end brings it all together, and you really get that flavor of moussaka. But you can add any cheese you want, or you can make a cheese sauce to enjoy with it, however you like. Or you could really just pop it into the oven, pop cheese on top and make it in the oven. But I like just having it hob to table, 1 frying pan to clean up. That is it. So we're going to crumble the feta on top. And it's done, just leaving it a sec for the feta to kind of melt in there and to absorb all the flavors. It's such a perfect dish. And that brings us to the end of this video with 3 keto ground beef recipes. They all make easy low-carb dinner ideas. And as I've mentioned, I've written down below in the blog post all of these recipes and more, so click through for that. And be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more videos, comment to let me know your favorite go-to ground beef recipe. I look forward to reading your comments. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.